What's up, guys? This is the Squirrel 64 here with Of Dragons and Men. Today we have something special for you. We're cracking the Duel Decks Anthology. So you'll have to pardon the glare. It'll be gone here once we get the plastic off it, but let's cut that off. Yes, this was a sealed anthology. Been sitting in my closet since just after it came out. Decided I wanted to share it with all of you. So, the piece of paper in the back, just showing what's in it, has the Elves versus Goblins, the Jace versus Chandra, Divine versus Demonic, and Garruk versus Liliana. 4 Unstoppable Warriors, 4 Immovable Forces, sorry guys. Never before have so many gathered in one place. These fights will be fights to remember. So it's 8 ready-to-play 60-card Magic decks. It's the first 4 dual decks. And in the box it includes 35 tokens. They each have there are 2 premium spin downs in the box. And each has its own premium deck box. Alright, so crack this open. Smell the value. So we've got 2 spin downs here. The first one is blue and gray. See if I can't get it to focus. It's pretty cool looking. The other one is gray with blue letters. See if I can't. Where is it? There it is. Pretty neat looking. I like spin down, so those will definitely go in the collection. So you've got the Elves deck. Yep, Elves. So they each come in these little sealed plastic packs. See if I can't find a spot to start opening it. I don't want to bring a knife out. There we go. Alright, so let's get this in here so you guys can see it. We've got Ambush Commander, Allosaurus Rex, sorry guys, trying to get the camera to focus here. Voice of the Woods. This camera really does not like magic cards. Slate of Ancestry. Elemental Token. Elf Warrior, Elf Warrior, Elf Warrior, Elf Warrior, bunch of Elf Warriors. It is the Elf deck. Alright, and a bunch of Goblins. I'm assuming that's for the Goblins deck. And I'm just going to kind of skim through the commons here since there's so many of these that we'll be cracking. Commons and uncommons. Comment below if you guys actually were around and played with these when they first came out. This is a little bit before I was actually buying a lot of product. I've been playing the game since Urza Block, but I've only been really solidly buying cards since, like, probably the Zendikar. The first Zendikar block. Giant Growth. Right. Definitely looks like a interesting dual deck to play. I mean, it's Elves. So just produce all the elves and turn them sideways, I'm guessing is the main strategy for this. Let's see, it's just a bunch of forests. Yeah. So we've got the Elves deck. Next we'll crack the Goblins deck. Oops, those over there. So, pretty sweet art on that dual deck box. tab on these. There we go. Alright, so we've... see if we can't get the camera to focus. There we go. We've got Siege Gang Commander. Click Slither. Ib Halfheart, Goblin Tactician. Skirk Fire Marshal. And then we're getting into the commons and uncommons here, so I'll just flip through these. Not really sure what was good and what was money cards, if there was any valuable commons and uncommons back in this time, but Goblin Ringleader, I have played with that one in EDH a little bit. Mog Fanatic, Mog War Marshal, Mudbottom Torch Runner. I love the art on that card. Raging Goblins, Reckless One, some Drill Sergeant. So yeah, lots of goblins. It's a goblin deck, so don't know what we were expecting. If you were expecting anything else, Tarfire. Got the Cave. Ooh, good Goblin Burrows. I actually need one of those for my EDH card, or my red EDH deck with goblins in it. Sorry. And then a bunch of mountains. Some pretty cool looking mountains in there. Do Jace next. It's an interesting looking Jace. See, hope by the end of the video I'll actually be able to get these things open relatively easy here. Just getting them started is the trick. So, we've got a foil Jace Belleran. I'm actually not a huge fan of this art personally, but looks alright in foil. A Guile. I think that was just reprinted here in the newest Modern Masters set, or it was reprinted here recently. I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was Modern Masters 2015. Quicksilver Dragon. Ancestral Vision, and then we're into the commons and uncommons, so again I'll just flip through them for you guys unless I see something that really stands out. Ooh, Bottle Gnomes, that's kind of a fun card in EDH. Man of War. Mull Drifters. Love me some Mull Drifters, specifically in EDH. Aether Snipe. Mind Stone. Daze and Counterspell. There we go. Those are some pretty sweet blue control cards. Factor Fiction. Gush. Generator, and then I think these are all just islands. Ooh, that's a gorgeous island, I'm not gonna lie. That's interesting. I didn't play with these ones when they first came out, so I'm not sure which one out of the two each of the pairings is better, but it seems like Chandra is gonna have to bring some serious fire if she wants to hold up to some of the cards in that Jace deck. We have the Chandra deck. What is this? We've got little rules reference card. Set that off to the side. And the Anthology. I'm assuming this is the guide with all the deck. Yeah, it's got all the deck strategies and deck lists on it. We'll set that to the side as well. So we've got a foil Chandra Nalaar. See if we can get the camera to focus for you guys. Kind of hard on the foil specifically. There we go. Rakdos Pit Dragon. A Hostility. A Demon Fire. And these are the tokens for the decks for this pair. So we've got the Elemental Shamans. And that's it. So, you know, obviously Elves and Goblins make a lot of tokens. These aren't token-based strategies for the Jace versus Chandra. And then commons and uncommons. So again, we'll just flip through these. Point out anything that stands out to me. Disclaimer again, I'm not really sure what was good, and you know, if there was any value cards in a lot of these. So, you know, Exit of Golem, that's kind of interesting. I do remember playing with Chartooth Cougar. Fireball. Seal of Fire. Incinerate. Lots of burn spells, Magma Jet, which Chandra is the burn planeswalker, so makes sense. Cone of Flame, Fire Blast, Fireball, Keldon Megaliths, and then a bunch more islands. Or sorry, they're mountains, not islands. Sorry, guys. Running on a little bit of sleep. It's been a long day of classes, but wanted to get back and start producing the content for you guys because we love you guys. You're awesome. All right, next is the Angelic, or sorry, Divine. Right, Divine, yeah. Divine deck. Told you guys I'd figure out how to crack these little plastic packets by the time we got to the end of the video. Alright, so we've got the face card is a Chroma Angel of Wrath. That was just recently reprinted from the Vault. From the Vault Angels, to be specific. Twilight Shepherd. Luminous Angel. Rhea Dawnbringer. I think they reprinted her in the Conspiracy set, if I'm correct, but I don't know. And then commons and uncommons. Ooh, Venerable Monks. Sarah Advocate, Sustainer of the Realm, Angel of Mercy, Sarah Avatar, or Sarah Angel, the iconic Angel, Healing Salve, Angel Song, Otherworldly Journey. Ooh, never seen that art for Pacifism before. That's a pretty sweet art. Sarah's Boon, Benediction. So yeah, just angels, angel feather, a couple of marble diamonds, some pretty good fixing, secluded steps, and then a bunch of planes. Some pretty planes. They definitely have that angelic, you know, like Sarah realm type feel to them. Next we have the Demonic Duel Deck. They've all got these little cardboard dividers in them. So the face card for the Demonic deck is Lord of the Pit. Then Reaver Demon, Kuro Pit Lord, Promise of Power, Demon tokens, Spirit tokens, some Thrall tokens. Then we're on back to the commons and uncommons for the Demonic deck. Daggerclaw Imp, Stinkweed Imps. So it looks like a lot of imps and specters. There's actually a Fallen Angel in here. That's kind of flavorful when you're playing it against the other, the Angel deck, the Divine deck. Pair of Dark Rituals. Duress, Unholy Strength, Cruel Edict, a demonic tutor. I don't know. I mean, I'll have to play them to see, but I definitely feel like this one, the demonic deck, seems like it's a little bit stronger than the divine deck. But that's usually the case, as one's a little bit stronger than the other. Bunch of swamps. Alright, moving on. The Garruk deck. Or Garrick, depending on how you pronounce it. That he looks kind of goofy in that art. Missing the helmet, and of course at this point, he was not cursed by the chain veil that Liliana, Liliana hadn't cursed him with the chain veil, so poor Garruk. Or Garrick. We'll have to see what becomes of him. The art does look pretty good in foil, though. We have a Ravenous Baloth, a Plated Slagworm, and a Rude Awakening, and then that's a pretty awesome elephant token, I'm not gonna lie. Some beasts. I'm assuming they're gonna be zombies for Liliana. Nope, there's some bats, that's interesting. And then on to the commons and uncommons here. Rancor is solid in any format you can play it in. Serrated Arrows. Overrun. That definitely seems like it would be a good finisher in this deck. Slippery Karst. Treetop Village, and then a bunch of forests. I won't bore you guys with flipping through all of them, but definitely some older art on some of the forests. And then last but not least, in the Duel Deck Anthologies, we have the Liliana deck. There we go. Got a pretty sweet art there for the foil Liliana Vess. Then our other rares are Skeletal Vampire, Bad Moon, Mutilate, and then we're going to move on to the commons and uncommons. Seems kind of odd. There was no zombie tokens for this one. I mean, she is the Necromancer, but I guess she didn't really make, right? She didn't make zombies at this point. Card-wise, flavor-wise, she's been a Necromancer. That's actually how her spark ignited, but Polluted Mires, and then got a bunch of swamps. Ravnica swamps. Definitely a cityscape, if nothing else. I think that's it. So, thanks for joining us, guys, here as we crack the anthologies, letting me, I guess, share, the opening of the anthology pack with you. It's been sitting around for a while, and I decided I wanted to share it with somebody, and what better way to do it than as a part of this playlist. Be on the lookout. We're going to keep uploading all of the dual decks as we open one of every dual deck produced in history. Thanks for joining us, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Take it easy. We'll see you guys later.